to Organic Living with Samantha Carey Johnson. I am here with Larry Mengel of Shanti Ayurveda, and we are here talking about holistic medicine or alternatives to Western medicine. And so, Larry, what can you tell me about Ayurvedic medicine? Or what is the process? What is the process?
Ayurvedic medicine is a whole life system. So in Sanskrit, Ayur means life, and Veda means science. And it's a system of bringing you back to balance, and in conjunction with the circadian rhythms of the universe. So with the seasons, with the time of the day, and what's going on in your body, with your digestion.
Amazing. So Ayurveda is life science, and then with referencing medicinal practices, essentially just keeping your body in alignment, balance of what it is on a holistic level.
Ayurveda works on a system of 3 constitutions. And the concept is that everyone is a mixture or has a balance of these 3 different systems. It's one of the reasons why in medical science and Western medicine, if you're given a drug, maybe only 60% of the people react positively to the drug because different constitutions work differently with different compounds. So Ayurveda takes 5 elements. It takes air, space, fire, water, and earth as the 5 things that everything in the universe is made out of. And to make it a little bit easier, they've taken a word called dosha, which you might be familiar with. Dosha really means actually spoilage, that your body is beginning to spoil. But dosha is, there's 3 doshas that they broke this down to make it easier. So air and space become vata.
Got it.
And vata has the qualities of very dry and cold. And pitta has fire and water. And that has it, so as a vata moves things, pitta digests things, and kapha builds things.
Okay, so there's 3 different constitutions. And so, okay, for me, for example, I'm fairly thin. I've always been thin this way. And so does someone with my body type tend to lean toward a particular constitution?
It's not so much your body type. You know, we do look at facial characteristics. We take your pulse. We do a body questionnaire. We go through a digestive process. Do you go to the bathroom in the morning? How many times a day do you go to the bathroom? What do your fingernails look like? I mean, looking at you, I see a little bit of red in the corners of your eyes, which is a pitta tendency.
Okay.
Because you have more, pitta is the blood and the plasma. I think you have vata too. You see vata by some of your veins are sticking out.
I'm like super veiny. I'm veiny everywhere.
Which is a big vata tendency, and your body is thinner than most pitta people.
Okay.
Pitta usually is a very medium build. Vata is either very tall or very short, and usually very thin. Kapha people carry a little more weight because kapha is what holds on to things. So
yeah, I'm not holding on to anything.
So pitta is the summer. If you're breaking it down to a season, so vata is the winter time, the cold and dry part. Pitta is the summertime because it's hot and wet, and it's your digestive fire. Kapha is the springtime, so it's cold and damp.
So how does that correlate to how one feels, like those seasons? If someone's more vata or pitta, does that mean they do better seasonally?
Pitta
like their
people
bodies do better seasonally?
don't do as well in the summer.
Gotcha.
Vata people, so you want to begin to play with this and say, okay, if I have vata in my body, and vata is cold and dry, you want to begin to balance it. So I think maybe you should have oatmeal in the morning because you want to take the cold and dry and add moist and wet. And then when you take, if you have too much fire in your body, too much pitta, you don't want to take cayenne peppers and different super hot spices You want to take spices like fennel, coriander, cumin, things that they give you the digestion, but they don't give you more heat.
Gotcha.
And you want to keep your digestion as balanced as possible. So Vata is responsible for 80% of what happens in your body. Because the other two dosha are kind of lame as far as they don't move without the Vata. So Vata is what moves things. Pitta is what digests things. And Kapha is what builds things.
Great. So for someone starting out this process, where do they begin?
I think most of the people that come to me, some people are yoga teachers and are just curious. They heard the word Ayurveda. Most people have an issue. They're constipated, can't sleep, have super dry skin, have just health issues that, and not being disrespectful, because a good Ayurvedic practitioner uses everything. So they'll tell you maybe you need to go to an acupuncturist, you need to go to a Western doctor for this. We're not trying to, it encompasses everything. But some things you just don't get as much attention paid to. And people will say, I've had eczema my whole life, and an Ayurvedic practitioner would probably say, that's a pitta problem, it's your blood in your plasma. And there are certain herbal things. Well, make it just step back once. It's not a symptomatic science, it's a systematic science. So you want to work on the whole system.
Right.
And get you strong and holistically strong. But if somebody's really complaining about something, they have horrible skin stuff, or they can't go to the bathroom, or you try to make them more comfortable and then treat the symptoms.
Yeah.
Then treat the system.
Treat the
So
system.
if you have a horrible skin problem, the pitta is too high, we would use bitters, because there's tastes that work. So something really bitter takes the pitta down kind of fast. Your liver usually is a pitta organ. It usually detoxes for your skin. It's an easy way to get the stuff out. And so we would give you something called neem or mangista, 2 herbal compounds, just to begin to cool your system down and cleanse your liver. So you could take, for instance, aloe vera juice is very cooling and very bitter. So you could take an aloe vera juice with a little bit of turmeric, let's say, which is also a good balancing cooling spice. And it's that combination is an amazing liver cleanser, detox. So you could begin to work that way. So you want to cool the liver at the same time and begin to figure out why your pitta is too high.